Hello YouTube, how you all doing? Welcome back to my channel, or hello, if it's your first time here. I'm Wayne, I'm glad you could join me. Right, I'm back on with Dan Bask and the MANOWAR covers, suggested by Julie Burnett. Thank you very much. I will be doing all of these, and no doubt everything else is done. It's got a hell of a lot of stuff that I'm looking forward to get through. But yeah, we'll give it a like. We're already subscribed. Now we're gonna like it. I hope you guys are all well. I hope you're all having a good day. Definitely got to get my whiteboard and have stuff written on it in front of me so I know what I need to say. I genuinely know that I need to say something, but I forgot. Hopefully it'll pop into me noodle before I finish recording. I ain't got a clue what I'm on about now. Right, let's get on with it. I hope you're all well. Let's go. Danius Vascius. Sorry, straight away. Did that have 5 strings? I'm guessing that's some kind of bass guitar, but I thought bass guitars had 4 strings. Again, I know nothing about music, instruments, nothing. But yeah, to be fair, I did see one with God knows, like 100 strings on it, like a round barrel. It was on the internet, I saw it, that kind of turned. I don't know what it was called, but it was mental. This like drain pipe looking thing with like 100 strings on it. My point being, yeah, am I wrong in saying that your normal bass guitar's got 4, or they can have as many strings as you can throw on there? I genuinely thought there was 4. Anyway, back on with this. Sorry for shouting, I don't need to shout, do I? And yeah, sorry, pausing again. If I don't say it, I will forget. I read in the comments as well when I thought it was saying cow or go. Obviously, it was a battle rhyme. He was saying kill, kill, kill. Of course you were. Of course you were. Thanks for letting me know. As I say, I do read the comments. So if I muck up on something, let me know. That's how we get better here. Like just calling me, my kingdom lies within. The mist is all and lions harbor by the talisman. The ecstasy of battle takes. I bet he's got an happy wife, him. Immortal, you have strengthened me. I will never die. Born of black wind, fire and steel. Born of black wind, fire and steel. Born to teach them all to heal. Born of black wind, fire. That fella looks like rock. Powered by the hammers of the giants of the world, I can see tigers, I'm the overlord. Single combat, I await my shadow brings and fear. Spikes upon my chariot, drive them within. Born of black wind, fire and steel. Born of black wind, fire and steel. Born to teach them all to heal. Born of black. Right, I was about to say who's this guy, but it says Louis Mariutti. Let me know some of his stuff. Is he from a band or is he just a very good guitarist? Let me know. He is a very good guitarist. I love the way he keeps looking up at the camera. No effort. That doesn't sound like the right guitar to be making that noise. He's playing the boom 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 bit, isn't he? He sounded in the back. again, I don't know how instruments work. Is he playing a guitar that you can't see him playing now that's just been overlaid onto that? Because that's not the guitar that makes that sound, is it? Again, I know nothing about instruments. But his fingers matching the actual high pitchy sound, the guitar-y sound. I feel like he's playing the drum beat on there. Round field. Impressive. Jesus Christ. About ready to pass out. That was
Hello, my
epic.
friends. Holy
Hello.
crap, what just happened?
I always play his videos at the end. I always like to see what he says. He's always got something good to say. And I read in the comments as well. I'm glad it's not just me trying to get used to... obviously, he's used to it by now. But I read in the comments, he'd apparently made a comment that he finds it a bit weird to interact with the audience. I'm just getting used to the fact there's a camera in my face now. Before, I couldn't look at it at all. But yeah, I'm glad it's not just me and other people go for it. It just feels so weird. But yeah, I'm glad that other people do it. And he's obviously very good at interacting with his audience, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? He captivates me. So I'm glad that people that are now doing it properly went through the same thing. I'm yapping about bollocks now. Yeah, basically, I will let it all play. If you're going to leave now, thanks for joining me. Give us a thumbs up if you want to. And yeah, have a good day. But I will be saying more when I get to the end.
2 or 3 of you who still don't know him, that gentleman is Luis Mariutti. He was a founding member of the power metal classic band Angra and subsequently Shaman. And I've come...
Who did he say? Angra or Ankara? Write that down. Both of them. Angra. Right, I'll have a check of that out in a minute. See, I looked at that as a microphone. Never mind. I just see this black thing there. Obviously, my camera's black as well. I turn around and see that, and I think it's my camera, and I start talking to that. I did it quite a few times yesterday. But anyway, God.
Both of this band here in the channel, and needless to say, it is an epic experience to have him here doing this MANOWAR song with me. He was very gracious to accept my challenge to play Black Wind, Fire and Steel without a pick. So guys, please, those of you who speak Brazilian Portuguese, go check his channel. He and his wife do an amazing job with a lot of cool content there. I think you will dig it. Link will be in the description. I believe they are posting making of the recordings for this video on their channel today. As you guys know, I'm all about music that gives you power, so you can have yourself a perfect day. See you soon.
Yeah, no, brilliant. Love his music. That guitar player that Luis... What's his name again? What's his name? Mariutti, right? I just heard him say it, and I'll probably say it wrong now. Did he say Louis or Lewis? Louis Mariutti. God, I'm going to check his channel out anyway, and perhaps I might hear him say it on there. But yeah, his guitar playing was amazing. The what do you call it? Every beat of the drum, or every guitar sound, actual guitar sound, when you think of guitar, not bass guitar, it all matched up with his fingers. And I don't know, the instrument and the sound, I don't know, it all threw me off massively, because I couldn't tell whether it was a bass or a guitar, or is it did a bass and a guitar have a baby, and that's what they had? I genuinely do not know, but it looked like bass with the thickness of the strings on it. But again, as I say, I know nothing. That's why you guys are the best helping me out. You'll tell me, I'm sure one of you will. You'll either help me out or call me an idiot, one of the two. I don't mind either which one, to be fair. Right, anyway, if you made it this far, you're an absolute diamond, and yeah, give us a thumbs up if you want. Stuff in the comments for me to read and react to. Have a good day, enjoy it. Goodbye, bye.